Hey everyone, it's Justin here, Voices for Voices. Thank you so much for joining us on this episode. Whether you've been with us from the beginning or if this is their first show, welcome. We are happy, thankful, grateful, and humbled that you are here with us. Uh, we do reach on each episode over 100 countries and 1,000 cities across the world, including Antarctica, Greenland, North Korea, Russia, Federation, uh, Brazil, you name it. We are distributed there, and it is very humbling to again think that this, the microphone and that's embedded in these earphones that they reach as many people, as many territories and countries and provinces and the like in the camera as well. So thank you for being with us. We've had uh, a great week so far. We are closing in on the holiday that some of us celebrate, and that is Christmas, and that is around, if you take that, what Christmas means, it means more Christ, so more Jesus Christ. It's not all about the presents and the gifts that I'm not exactly sure where and when that actually came about, where uh, where that's where we're at. Um, and I remember seeing just yesterday actually a it was a still shot, and one is of the original Kris Kringle, the original, if you want to call it Santa, and this person was helping individuals in their own village. And then we look at the commercial Christmas, which is what's been built up with presents and all the Christmas trees and ornaments. And there's a picture of Santa in the now red suit, white beard, and they're holding a Coca-Cola. And those couldn't be more in contrast with each other of what Christmas is and what the meaning is behind it. Uh, anyway, so Christmas is coming, Hanukkah is here, Kwanzaa, no matter what you celebrate or what you don't celebrate, we love each and every one of you the very same. Uh, no matter if you're a supporter of Voices for Voices and that you follow us, that you subscribe to our shows, that you listen fervently. Uh, or again, if this is your first show, if you can share, if you like this, we tackle topics that many shows don't cover, and so we get pushback from time to time of the different topics, different areas that we cover, and it's called life, and that's our justification for it. Things are happening. We like to be as transparent as possible, and that's really how the show came about after the organization Voices for Voices came about. And I want to focus a little bit on persistence, and we'll go on from there. Persistence doesn't mean that you take abuse from anybody. It doesn't mean that others can boss you around. Um, doesn't mean that people understand fully what it's like to be you and I. It means that, in my estimation of what I feel and think persistence is we take something that we like to do, that we really like to do, and we stay at it. Could be a guitarist learning a new song or writing a new song. That takes time most of the time. Doesn't always come to, person just as quickly as that. Some of us are blessed to be able to, not me, but some of us are able to sit down and write a song in one sitting, write the music and the lyrics. Uh, but persistence just means we take something that we like, that we're good at, we think we're good at, and that's all that matters. At the end of the day, who we are, what we stand for, that's where persistence comes in. Because there's very few, I'll say maybe winning the lottery that changes lives overnight, and that from being a monetary standpoint, a money standpoint. There's very few. That's probably the only one I can think of that is a life changer that maybe we play the lottery every week. Maybe we never played it before. We play it the first time, maybe we win. Maybe we don't. But if we take that money, and if the lottery isn't our thing, and we put that money towards something that is our thing that we like to do, could be writing, could be acting, could be singing, could be playing an instrument, a band, uh, could be playing a sport, it could be anything. And being persistent in the face of adversity that says stop, or adversity and hurdles and obstacles, those are those are little or big, and those are meant to deter us. Because anything that's worth it isn't free and isn't always easy, like the lottery. So we get, the lottery, that scenario works out, then fantastic. And you got it all figured out, or you got that aspect figured out. Really, other than that, we're all grinding day to day, making a difference, whether it's for you or for me. So being persistent and sticking to it, which is hard to do, right? We got this fast paced culture, we got this phone, some of us, we got this digital device that can do a whole host of things for us at our fingertips. That when I was growing up, we didn't have that. We didn't have, I remember having the old dial phone where It's like almost like a full circle, and you gotta have your finger and like, okay, if you want the four, then you gotta put your finger in the four hole, and then you gotta turn it, and then let it go, and then do the next number. And those were always corded phones. And so when we would be, first off, we'd have one in our house. So one. Can you imagine that? Having one phone? I mean, households that have more than one person, uh, children are getting their phones even quicker and quicker nowadays. So let's say you have a four-person household, you may quite possibly have four. You might quite possibly have four phones in the house. We had one growing up, and it was corded for as much time as I can remember. And even when we went over to the wireless, it was still just one phone. We would have one in, I think it was the kitchen. That is, pretty. It's a common area. And my dad, he worked many, I think it was 45 years at the electric company, and he would get calls all hours of the day because electricity goes out. There's a car accident, somebody knocks over a pole, the electricity goes out. Well, the way they get it fixed is they need somebody to come fix it. Person to come fix it needs the right tools and the right materials. The way they get it is through individuals going to a storeroom and picking whatever size wire and transformer and um, all those things. And they get loaded onto the bucket truck, and then that's the truck that goes out that would most of us see, where you might see somebody raised up in a bucket and fixing it. And so we would have a second phone in our parents' room. So many times I can remember where in the middle of the night we would get a call. I wouldn't know. I'd wake up and I go, "Where's Dad?" Uh, and a lot of times he would continue on his regular shift depending on what time he got called out. So it was just a convenience thing. But the phone itself, it was the same deal. We just had two of them, but they were tied. They were to the same phone number. Whereas if we have a four-person household, we probably got four different phone numbers, as well as so many different applications at our fingertips. And uh, so I talk about persistence because being being persistent in um, what you like to do drove the telecommunication companies to continue on developing telephone cable technology. Some of it's still there, but I remember I was at a birthday party for somebody in my family not too long ago, and there was literally the old fashioned phone that I remember having in our house and at my grandma and grandpa's house. Uh, and and so just as companies, individuals, you and I, we we do what we can. Sometimes it's enough, sometimes it takes a lot of extra work. And it comes down to persistence. What are we gonna what are we gonna take away so we can spend more time or better quality time doing what we like as far as being persistent. And so we're at a point where we're very close to 400 episodes. And I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, it's been persistence is one of the key drivers of how we got to where we're at right now. If we weren't persistent and we take the easy road, like mentioned in a prior show, probably in a few prior shows, because it's so important. It's so easy just to walk away and be like, yeah, sorry. And whether we're saying sorry to ourselves or to somebody else, it's like, it wish this would have worked out much better. Uh, I really enjoyed this. And then maybe we have a down period. And then maybe we're able to pick that thing up at another time and we're able to do it. And we're able to pick up at maybe a little bit of a higher level. And so what I'm saying is be persistent, but make sure it's something you like to do. Not what your roommate likes to do, not what a family member likes to do or they want to do. It's a hard thing to do because I think everybody means well for for each of us. And it's good to get feedback. It's good to get different perspectives. It's very good. At the end of the day, we have to make the call, make that decision. And so Voices for Voices and helping people, there's not a shadow of doubt that I believe that we're 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 not helping people because we are. And I don't know. I mean, maybe you too. Maybe you're part of an organization, or maybe you want to start something and you want to help people. Well, go for it. I'm a living example of going for what we believe in. I want to be wearing, this Voices for Voices coat or this Voices for Voices beanie, which is available in our voicesforvoices.org shop. You can get yourself one. And if you want a golden beanie, you can do that too. You can find that in our Voices for Voices shop. You just have to scroll all the way down, and then on the right, you'll see the cuffed beanie product. You're going to click that, and then you're going to have like 15, 20 different colors. And there's one golden beanie color. That's the one that you're going to want to select. But I wouldn't be all in the Voices for Voices if it wasn't for the persistence and the belief of working through and around obstacles meant to trip me up, trip us up. Right? The devil is a real thing. Demonic is real. People want to throw us off our tracks all the time. Some of it could be jealousy, some of it could be envy, some of it could be, I don't even know. but it's only at those times where we're really, say, battle tested of, is it worth it or is it not? And that's a big question to think about, because we want each one of us to do what we love to do, what we want to do. Obviously, we're talking about legal things, legal. We're not talking about illegal things, things that, are against the law, against ethics, and all that. So you got an idea, you want to build with teaching a lot of the projects, for the, well, all the projects we get turned in for the one assignment, made a lot of athletes, have a lot of athletes in that, in a lot of my courses. So they work out a lot. And so some of their projects they turn in for their business idea is the they would like to build their own gym and have their own gym. It's like more power to you. You still got to understand the business aspect of it, not just the equipment that's needed. And that's what we cover in our course, to be able to put budgets together. What's it cost? Is an existing building? Do we have to build new? Is all the equipment brand new? What's the cost that we have to charge for new members and existing members? We're going to have promotions. So all those things are very pertinent, no matter what type of business or non-business. Just managing the household finances. So persistence is one of the ways that we continue on, and persistence is one of the things we wake up to. It shows us how and why we're going to continue on doing what we're doing. That's what it is. Otherwise, we would think of something else to do. We'd say, yeah, it's not worth it. I don't feel like doing it. That's okay. There's a lot of things like that that we feel too hard, too much time, too much money, too many roadblock, obstacles, um, just too hard. And it's okay. There's things that I've tried that just been too hard, too time, too money intensive. And then I land here, voices for voices, having the ideas to to do what we're doing and to do even more. We just came out with a Christmas book. It's really, really, really close to Christmas for those uh, that are celebrating Christmas. Let me see if I can pull this up. Uh, let's see if we can pull this. Here we go. Let me see if I can pull this up without this. All right, so we're gonna do a share screen. So we literally just dropped this like this morning. We're gonna, it'll probably be another day before this episode comes out. But it shows you how quick, right? We're really close to Christmas. And so the title of this book is Brody James and the Christmas Rescue, brought to you by Voices for Voices Publishing, author and art by David Solomon. So this is the cover, this is the front cover, and Amanda Solomon is an amazing editor. So that's the front cover, and then this is the back cover here. 10-year-old Brody James moves to foggy Brookings, Oregon, just before Christmas, leaving behind his home in Medford after his parents become pastors. But Brookings hides an ancient secret. A plot begun in the 4th century is awakening, and an evil gingerbread man has kidnapped Santa for a dark purpose tied to sin and forgotten promises. With help from Tara, a runaway myrrh princess, and Nate, a harpy boy who lives on Arch Rock and trusts God for daily provisions, Brody must face legends long buried. This is for ages 10 and up, and the story is of faith and sacrificial love is set in the mythical creatures around the world story world by David Solomon. And so this book, we literally, like I said, we just dropped it. So it's available. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it in paperback. You can get it in Kindle. Uh, looks like because of delivery schedules, the earliest I can get it is after Christmas. Um, but we wanted to show just the amazing artwork. Okay, here we go. I mean, it's just splendid. Again, this is Brody James. Brody James and the Christmas Rescue by Voices for Voices Publishing. Story and art by David Solomon. Editing done by Amanda Solomon. And so we're grateful to have this even available, even though if you get the print version, looks like it'll be coming after Christmas, but you can get that electronic version just like that. So persistence, we could have just said, we're gonna maybe miss the deadline for Christmas on the print version, so maybe we should just not do it. Yeah, we just had a church buy 78 copies, 78 print copies, 78 print copies. So those are copies that wouldn't have been sold if we didn't stay persistent and go after this. So that's just another example of being persistent. So persistence is the theme of this show. You can do it. Believe in yourself. Be confident in yourself. There will be people This tell you not to do it. They tell you to do it a different way, and that's okay. It's okay. It's okay for to get feedback and understanding from other individuals. It's quite okay. However, at the end of the day, all those individuals around aren't going to be the ones in the meetings, aren't going to be the ones talking, working through a book like this. And there's going to be an Easter follow up among other novels and other areas of entertainment. So I want to thank you for being with us. We love you all. If you can do us a big favor, hit that subscribe button. Please subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Share, 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 share. Give us thumbs up. Give us thumbs up. Like, follow, share, subscribe, comment. Only positive comments, not evil, negative comments, which sometimes we receive in our TikTok lives. We love you all, whether you're on our side or an enemy. We believe at Voices for Voices that mythical creatures around the world. We believe in culture over politics. We believe in unity over divisiveness. And we believe in you. Have a great day. We love you. We'll see you on the next episode. Tell five friends. Tell five friends about the Voices for Voices TV show and podcast.